Mandem podcast, episode 179. We are back.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, you got to throw those things in. We got a guest again, man. Last time we was in the flesh. In the flesh. We are no longer in the flesh. It's a virtual thing.
Respecting the frequency, though. What's that? 2 in 4?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
A little once a month.
We might have to want anyone to forget my voice.
Yeah.
Getting you some shares and that still.
Come on. What are you saying?
I actually wanted to ask before you started. I noticed your T-shirt, Mike, and Dan's T-shirt. What is that?
Yeah. Come on.
You call them partners, friends, compatriots. Just a all-round good organisation that supporting us, and where we can, we'll support them still.
Yeah, man.
That's good.
Where's my T-shirt?
Let me get
my T-shirt? No. Forget about you.
You got one, bruv.
The T-shirt's
a
there.
small one though. This man gave me like a bookie size, isn't it?
Yeah, I needed the large, innit?
They're all the same. You can fit into
Mike's got the large.
You can fit into it.
You're slim.
Mike's got the large.
Come on.
Oh,
catch us on there. What, Thursdays?
Yeah, Thursdays 7 till 9 p.m. It's the same episode as Monday's ones, but go over there, check them out, support them,
Have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Come on. What you lot saying? Or we been on this week?
Early morning gym sessions with Dan, fam.
Come on.
Oh, after 10 years, you lot doing morning sessions,
allow it.
yeah?
Come on.
Rich, they've jumped on it very late. Now all I hear is, you going to in the morning.
Hey, this is top few teams with the Mandem, bro.
Look, listen.
I know. Tell a lie. I'll give Dan credit.
Exactly. I was gonna say.
I did used to buck Dan. He's a bit late
that's
one
true.
time.
Dan has done early mornings.
I did used to catch him in the mornings.
So we said man can't do it. We said man can't do it.
Let me stop you in your tracks here before you start. You get me? Because the ego thing is getting too far.
Do your thing,
bro. I've done the training in the morning thing. I've been training for 11 years plus, fam. I've done the training thing in the morning. I just didn't do it in ends because I didn't really want to, and it didn't work with my work, homework, leisure, lifestyle. Yeah. But
what now, fam?
We're working from home. So I ain't got to do that commute. I got an extra hour 15 in the morning. So I buck down and we get it in, you get me? Come on. Certain man said that they'll see us there Thursday, Friday. Well, now I ain't seen them.
Who ain't been?
I couldn't, it was me. I couldn't make it.
Step forward.
I was off Thursday, Friday. But Thursday I just thought, you know what, I need a line. So I just stayed in bed.
Sleepy boys.
I still went gym. I just went in it in the afternoon. So I just didn't go with you, man. But I do want to switch it up and start going in the mornings.
That's what you said.
I didn't quite get that one, Mike. But yeah, no, I'll try and make mornings, but I'm not making any promises.
But power to you, man. I'm not going to get on you, innit? Everyone discovers things in their own time, you know? Everyone's on their own journey. Props to you.
Obviously, I had to go in there early doors.
Max was in there. Yeah, we see him one day.
How many days a week? How many days a week?
Once, fam.
You went once.
You went once?
Mike went once for 20 minutes.
I went once in the morning.
He went once in the morning for 20 minutes.
Cameo.
Early doors. You've never been in there that early, Rich.
Rich, why did you stop? Why have you stopped going in the morning? What's
I still go in the mornings.
Oh, okay.
I just don't go to Lot's gym.
Just don't want to come with us.
No. The gym's kind of too many distractions and stuff. I'm in there, get a job done. No. To be fair, it's a punch bag, man. I need a punch bag. I have to exercise my demons regular, fam.
I got some new joints still.
You got some what? Oh, new gloves. I need some new gloves. My gloves are massive.
Come on.
Cold. Don't look like they've been used, but they look decent.
Yeah, they haven't actually. But
look brand new.
I got smoke for you whenever you want it, Rich. We're getting ready for the podcast charity boxing match.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Les and Mike, the fight that should have happened 5 years ago.
Man, that's like a Pacquiao Mayweather, bro. It's gonna take very long. When it happens, they're gonna be.
Who you say? You think we got trumps over other podcasts? Not saying that we'll punch one up, but there's a couple.
Not saying we'll punch one up.
We're a healthy, in shape bunch. So
yeah.
It's peak for a few of them.
I got injuries in it, so I ain't gonna step forward and say too much.
All I want to say, it's called the Mandem podcast, isn't it? So the Mandem, you get me?
Yeah.
Let that be known.
That's very funny.
Trying to think what 3 shots has only got 3 man, so they're at a disadvantage already.
That man are all Thompson.
Follows ting, I can't remember what it's called.
Off the cuff.
There's only 2 man disadvantage. Man, are getting beat up. Still.
I don't know. Vans has got the reach.
That Vans has got mad reach.
Is tall.
Yeah, it's tall.
That's what Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
That's
might be a bit long.
He's got the reach. ESN, couple older man. They've got experience there.
Yeah, man,
Could get
fair rounds under their belt.
Yeah, shout out 90s babies. I reckon them man got some EXP still.
Yeah,
they got some EXP there still.
Like 15 rounds. They'll fight to the end.
Yeah.
It might be tricky still.
Yeah, I'm out, man. I'm injured still. Away from gymming and whatnot, everyone had a good week?
Yeah, man.
I think so.
Yeah, me and Les was saying, we say it every week, yeah?
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. And I feel like this week's just flown. I know we say it all the time, but it really has gone.
Do you think that's because, like, now more than possibly ever in our entire lives, things are like within these narrow margins? Like, there's not much change in the week. There's nothing like, for me at least, I don't feel like there's any standout.
Mm-hmm.
So the weeks do literally kind of blur.
A little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
I think the blow by.
Yeah, I think, and we was kind of having this conversation earlier in the week, that when you work from home, it's just you work all the time. So say you go gym in the morning or the evening, if you go, that's the only differentiating thing that you do or activity that you do. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, you're working from home, you're eating at home, no one's really going out to eat anymore. Whereas when you work...
Wait, Les, I get that, yeah? But I'm someone that's been traveling in, but I still have that same feeling. That's why I don't think it's exclusively work from home. I just think it's because there's not much difference in general.
Because there's not much else you can do now. So yeah, even you traveling in, the only difference is you're traveling. But you're still...
But then I would argue that if there's not much to do, time would go slower.
Yeah.
No, I think it's the reverse.
I'm like, to a certain point, I think it all meshes together, and then you don't really, like everyone was saying early lockdown before, you don't really know what day of the week it is. So everything
that's different though.
The same.
Because I feel like when you got bare stuff going on, there's bare things going on every day.
Time tends to go fast, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is the opposite.
This is the opposite, but I think so. When you've got loads to do, you have checkpoints, or like if you had a checklist, you can measure time. Or I did this and that time. I've been feeling like this in life, like outside of just life at the moment. It's like this whole year, I haven't had a checkpoint. I don't know, brother. I'm thinking to myself: has life gotten any better? Has life this? And what have I achieved? Because there's nothing to really signify it.
Yeah, I'm definitely where Richard's to be honest.
Just a mesh.
Yeah, it's definitely even like looking at the year as a whole. Like we're in November. That was the last day of October.
Yeah, it's flown.
Right.
It's flown.
Basically,
it wasn't getting dark outside.
Already.
It could be any time of the year. Like,
I was shouting to Frank yesterday, and I was saying I actually have like nothing to look forward to.
Your brother is shit still.
Yeah.
Wake
weird,
up. Like, even
nothing
the weekend
big to look forward to. Like, yeah.
Even the weekend, I'm probably not gonna do anything. Like, I might help out, do some DIY. My mum's didn't go back to work on Monday. And,
we've got to grind through this.
What's coming?
Yeah, and we're about to. I guess.
I tell you what messed me up this week. The clocks. Yeah. Fam, me and Sharif were supposed to be in the gym early on Monday. I woke up. I texted him. I gave him like a minute.
10 minutes. No, it's 10. It's 10.
And I said, nah, I can't do it. I was just so ex.
But we had the extra hour.
But I woke up at my normal time. So
right.
It didn't really help me. So I was up for an hour, And
It was before
I've
you
gone
were
to bed
too
late.
ready. Like,
Yeah, it was a
yeah.
mess. It was a mess. So yeah, that actually rocked me. And then getting dark at 4 o'clock and that.
Bro, it's emotional.
That spun me, fam.
Yeah,
Like, because I'm still going to work, innit? So
Mm.
I'm finishing work at 6, 7, depending on where I am. Bro, it's 4 o'clock. It's dark.
Oh,
Like,
Dark, yeah.
I'm looking at the outside. I'm just like, now I've got to walk in the dark and it's rainy and fucking leaves everywhere. It's just like, bro.
Yeah, but that's
what
more
are you doing
manageable
to
because
man?
you've been doing that for like the last 15 years or so. But when you're at home, you wake up, it's dark, you're sat at your desk. 4 o'clock, it's dark, you're still sat at your desk. Like, you leave your desk 7 p.m., it's dark. Like, bro, there's one window
I
in
feel
here.
you there.
Yeah.
I feel you. I did that yesterday. I worked from home yesterday. And if I wasn't going to go shout out cook with Dom, I went to collect some food. But when I stepped out my house, it was like 8:30, and I was like, I haven't been outside all day, and it's dark.
Yeah.
Wait, it gets dark like that as well.
I'm trying to ensure
that
if it's not raining too much, I'm still gonna step out and try to go for a walk and that, just get some.
100%.
Definitely.
No, I'm not leaving my desk.
Put on the big jacket and just go.
That's it. Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Sharif on this self-inflicted punishment.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered to put
Just
my
watch the
shoes
moan.
on and just walk. No, fam, I'm just doing the moaning thing.
That's the problem, fam.
No, you have to step out, man.
But that's why I'm great. That's why I'm grateful for gym. Like, wake up, get outside, like do something, and then
endorphins.
The end of my day, like
whatnot. I tell you what, though, no, cook with Dom, is definitely one of the highlights of.
Oh, it was good, isn't it?
Shout out Dom.
Yeah. And for the listeners, if you're not well acquainted, Cook with Dom's like Caribbean takeaway. Surprise menu drops on like midweek.
Yeah.
And you go collect it on a Friday. It's for the most part.
Or delivery. But for North London.
North London, East London delivery, but also does catering. But yesterday was bad. It was
that little pot of sauce.
Did you not get the combo?
I didn't get the combo, man.
Of course, you gotta get you gotta get the combo, bro.
I had to get the combo.
I got the jerk and the macaroni cheese. Yeah, mad.
Yeah,
I don't like prawns like that. But I think next time I might get the combo just because.
Oh no, it was bad.
Double. Yeah.
What was in a combo?
Prawns as well.
So you get jerk
prawns, jerk chicken,
and yes,
bro. Like, I'm a bit of a sore when it comes to food sometimes, man. Like, you see, like on a fork full, I'll be like, I gotta have a little bit.
I have to do that. I have to do that.
Like, it's all
I have to.
Bro, you gotta get all them flavors at the same time sometimes.
Yeah. I have to get that in.
I got it yesterday. I didn't even hit them up, bro, but I was very happy with it, man.
Yeah, I always,
No,
that's what I was gonna say about it gets dark very quick because I went to get my food. I was there for a little bit, whatever, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Left, dark. Like.
Basically midnight.
Midnight, fam.
So check out Cook with Dom if you're listening. And
Go follow him on the ground.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the next time he does a drop, we'll post it on the socials.
It's a very, very good.
Yeah, it's good food. Try the mac and cheese. The mac and cheese is.
There's love.
4 cheese.
It's actual drugs. Like
Les is in rehab for getting macaroni.
It's actual crack. Like now he posts it, I don't even read it. I just keep scrolling, keep chatting about something else.
Just looking out for that.
It's peak. But good food. Shout out, Dom, man.
All right, I've been trying new recipes and that. I tried a truffle pesto last week. Porcini mushrooms.
As in, you made it?
I didn't make the truffle pesto, but
of course you didn't.
I put it together. But obviously, you got to get a couple different recipe ingredients and whatnot, like capers and that. So I'm doing a little bit of that. This week I made a chickpea channel, which is like a Trinidadian.
I did a chickpea.
That sounds decent.
Hey, I'm telling you,
Meat free thing, Dan?
No. It was alongside some salmons. Well, yes, it was meat free. I guess I'll talk.
We're getting there.
I'll talk some paying off. But
Richie, bruv.
Yeah, it's guy.
What, I'm on my righteous hill right now. I'm just saying,
Mr. McDonald's over there. But I guess with the announcement or the leaking of Lockdown, the sequel, Lockdown 2, I think I'm gonna get back to doing new things in the kitchen, man. Because it seems like lockdown is on the horizon.
How do you not feel about a potential lockdown?
I'm not fussed, bro. I'll be honest. I've said that for a while.
I think I've been saying this on podcasts. It was inevitable. It was a matter of when they pulled the trigger. Dan described it as a sequel.
Yeah.
Sequels usually suck, bro. This one's going to be worse than the first. This one's going to be worse than the first. So I'm not looking forward to it. I'm kind of happy it happened because it had to happen, and it was the only course. It's the only course of action that's going to do something about it.
It hasn't happened. It's been announced. It's been leaked.
Our thing will drop Monday, right? So I'm thinking by then. I mean, hopefully, maybe I'm hearing it might actually happen a bit later in the week, but we'll see. I just say to myself, and I think it's like a coping mechanism. Like we're here, we're in lockdown now.
Yeah.
Find some hobbies, get interested in some stuff, and get through it.
I'm with Richie, really. I just wish it would have happened in like October.
Should happen sooner.
Instead. Yeah.
Why
for that month? Should have just got it over and done with, bro.
It's not over and done with, though. I think that's how we keep looking at it.
But if they're saying the month, if they're saying the month lockdown, then I think that they should have done it in that month. The only reason why I don't go on.
I was going to say, I think the idea is to get it like out of the way so that people can enjoy their Christmas.
I was going to say, are they trying to save Christmas to an extent?
It's too late.
I've got a thought, and I think it's actually ridiculous. We've all had a Christmas that hasn't been as good as prior Christmases, or previous Christmases. So I think if we have to take the L and not see family members for a good part, we're not really religious. Christmas
as a country
cancelled, as a country, and amongst our friendship groups, and I guess my wider contacts, to say, this is going to be one more shit Christmas in my life, which will kind of improve things going forwards and stopping the spread of this crazy thing. Let's just take it on the chin, man. Like, make an exception.
I agree with you, Dan, but I think it's more like a wider issue of like the whole Christmas shopping thing and all that.
The retail effect.
Yeah. So if they leave it for another month and then it gets completely fucked, that's going to go out the window. But the economy needs that. They need everyone doing their Christmas shopping and whatever, the shops being rammed.
Shops can't even be rammed.
And that's so it's but the online will boom.
You see how Dan said we got to take the hit.
They got to take the hit as well.
Bro, take the hit.
Yeah. You don't know how I feel. You don't know how I feel, but
I think you're not handling it, or your approach, or at least your mindset is just, boy, it is what it is. We've got to take the L sometimes. I think that's what everyone needs to do. It's not good for the economy and whatnot, but what other choice do we have?
My only thing with the lockdown is I just don't want it to like fuck up work.
How do you mean?
So like everyone locked down. Yeah, basically. That's my only thing, man. It could potentially fuck up work.
And the furlough scheme ends today.
So
people are set to either go back to work on Monday, who were on furlough, and returning back to full pay, maybe. I know in my workplace you can do a thing where you ask for a reduction in hours, and then you get corresponding reduction in salary. Once a month they send that out and say kind of nominate yourselves if you do wish to do so and kind of improve your work-life balance.
So they're like encouraging it,
I'd say on the low.
So then
you don't want to put yourself forward for 4 days?
No, I'm alright. I'm okay.
So what is your company making less money then?
Massively so, because we're outdoor advertising, and if less people are outside, then it's going to have a knock-on effect on our audiences. But and then I think the job support scheme starts from probably Monday, where you can, I guess, negotiate, or your workplace tell you, okay, you're going to come back on less hours, and then you get half your pay or a quarter of your pay, and it's all like a bit mad. So the timing of this is it's unfortunate, I think.
Mm.
I think that is, as Mike was saying, the retail sector for Christmas is
right off.
I think it's still going to take a hit. Regardless.
Yeah, but it might be the opportunity that companies need, that retailers need to bounce back in the new year, man.
It's not a bounce back. It will save them, if anything.
Yeah.
I don't think it's because what's it? I think I mentioned this before, but like Black Friday is when they usually turn into profit for a lot of retail companies.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. If everyone balls out, that's not happening because of what we've had before. So it should be enough just to keep them afloat. The way
still have Cyber Monday though.
Yeah, but that's cyber.
Yeah, but then I guess
retail,
but it's an opportunity for companies to recoup, I guess, on their losses to some extent.
Yes, but they've always had that. Well, not always, but
but even more so now that people can't also go into the store. Like we've always had Cyber Mondays, but the opportunity to go to the store on the Friday also. Now, if you don't have the opportunity to go to the store on the Friday, you have to do Cyber Monday.
Do you know the way I look at it, Shuv? I'm like, people have lost their jobs, had their hours reduced, because we've been in lockdown. So stores have lost money because people have lost money. It's just going to go up that chain. Everybody just has to take the L. Everybody's going to lose. I don't think there's going to be any real winners out of any of this. I mean,
ultimately, I do agree with you, Rich, as you know from previous weeks. But I'm just saying about what I think that they're trying to do. Yeah. In terms of saving Christmas, save the Christmas shopping and whatever. Yeah.
I get it. I just think anything they're going to do is going to fall short. So my thing is perhaps just allow it and put lives first.
But like, do you know what's mad? Yeah, they always say like, oh, if you got it or you come into contact, quarantine for 2 weeks. Yeah. So if everyone's in quarantine effectively for a month, surely it should reduce significantly. But I mean, you say that, but then we was in it for what 2-3 months, and
this is precisely my point.
Not everyone was in it, fam.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. I think it's a very small group that are doing it.
People still have to go outside. So we can't it would be nice to think if everyone just stays inside for a month, it's going to disappear. But then we still have to go to a shop. Some people have to go to a water bubble. Some people still can't work from home, so you got to jump on the tube, you got to jump on the bus. Some people are still outside playing sport, even though
it's gonna be minimal.
You have to reduce that, and that's why I think we're going into a lockdown this week.
When's the announcement? Do we know?
Monday, I think.
It's reported.
Monday.
Boris will do a kind of speech or address to the nation on Monday, and some people assume that could come in as early as Wednesday, but then some other people I've read have said.
So if you're listening to us, on Run the Rhythm,
we could be in it.
Yeah.
Shout out you lot.
Yeah, I've seen some reports and they're saying that Sage was saying that this should have happened a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, fam. They heard me. Episode 75 and that.
Right, you should be working for
you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
You're wasted, man. You're in the wrong business.
You know what I mean?
Rich, I don't know if you've seen it in your line of work, but I think it's France and Germany have gone back into lockdowns.
Yep. They've gone into, they went into curfews originally. There was, I think France implemented, so the curfew time is 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So you can't be on road them times. Which just the thought of that is quite mad for me. Just like...
Well, what's that, Rich?
They're the curfew. Like, basically, they had the whole country on tag. If you get caught outside your yard between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., you need some paperwork or something. Or I'm guessing at the very least a fine, innit?
Mad mitigating circumstances,
Yeah, something mad has to have happened. But so I think France had that. Spain have had that momentarily. I think Italy have also had that.
Also as well, I think,
what's it called? I want to say Spain and France, there's been people rebelling against it.
Yes, this is what I was going to go on to, Rich.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of lockdown.
Yeah, riots and discontent amongst the populations in those countries. Do you think we'll see something similar here, or do we think that we're quite a compliant nation?
I feel like
I don't think either. But go on, Rick.
We like to think we're a compliant nation,
right?
Until shit starts going wrong for you. Like when I've been thinking about this whole virus, and we were back in from the start, the first lockdown, and throughout the end of it, and I knew when furlough was ending, and I heard when the landlord thing was getting lifted. I said, I think this is gonna. I think I said it on the podcast. This is gonna be a Black Christmas or something like that.
Yeah.
And these riots and stuff, I don't think they're out of the. I don't think. Do you know what it was? The George Floyd thing. Seeing that, and then knowing what's gonna happen with the US election and people coming for furlough and whatnot in this country, I, as a worst case scenario, have perceived people rioting in the streets.
But
I don't think it's. I don't think it's.
What am I?
Yeah, I
Help.
can't see it happening.
Help.
For what, bro?
Like the only time people riot when they're out of help, they're out of ideas.
Mm.
When you ain't got no money, you're getting evicted from your home. Homelessness is up this year already, and now it's winter and Christmas is cancelled. And bro, I can just see it. I can see a perfect storm for that scenario. Why are they doing it in France? Why are they doing it in Spain?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking.
The same reason.
But France have been having like some issues in general. Like
they have been having, yeah. You got the red, what's it? Yellow jackets, yellow coats.
Was it Gilets jaunes? Yeah.
I don't know. Man.
Yellow vest. Yellow vest.
Yeah, yellow vest. Yeah.
I'm not sure that their state is very supportive of their people in general.
Neither is ours, to be honest.
Yeah, do you think that ours are?
No, they are too. Like, I don't think like ours isn't to the same extent as France. I also don't think that we're a compliant state, by the way. But I don't see us rioting. I think that where there are riots, I think there's like a huge disconnect between our understanding, between the understanding of COVID and what the lockdown is supposed to do. Like there are groups that are like encouraging like conversations about, oh well, the government are just trying to take away your freedom. Like nothing to do with the virus. The government are just, this is another control mechanism, man. And it'll be those small groups that may, take to the streets, but that's not going to catch on, man.
But don't you think it's only a matter of time?
No, a rational person will see that.
People aren't rational. I think in the first lockdown, people had enough, and then people basically started to, I mean, we weren't officially out of lockdown, but we know people that were having private functions and this and that, and just breaking the rules. Because people don't like the control. And as I think people become more desperate, as is the situation in France, I honestly can see things going in that direction. Because with the new
anti-lockdown protests,
the JS, and we've got those over here, and with the JSS scheme, the government they don't have an infinite amount of money. They're only gonna, as time passes, be able to give people less and less and less. Bro, people were reaching. We know people aren't that. Have been keeping their lives afloat for a long time, like just barely. As that seems to come down, there's going to be mad discontent, and I really don't want that to happen. But in my mind, it's not out of the question.
I don't think so, man.
I hope you're right.
It's also not the same scenario. Like people had gone from living a free life to an extent, and doing X, Y, and Z, and then we went into something that was completely unheard of.
Steady
now.
Now
we understand what it looks like, and we understand what adjustments we may need to make, and maybe we'll start doing that. So it won't be like the same sort of shock factor that we experienced in the first instance.
You say that. I was doing like some reading prior to coming on, and I was on a message board forum, and a lot of the demographic varies. It's young, old, whatever, different cultures. But a lot of the people are now like, it's just so depressing, and they're already with just this announcement set for a horrible winter and saying, I can't cope and I'm not going through this again. So I don't know.
But then are people being a bit dramatic as well? Just saying things, man.
I think it's honest. Like I think
it is.
Most of us are like quite good at coping with this situation. I feel like the first lockdown, I was like, this is a brilliant opportunity to do X, Y, and Z. Me today, I'm not hopeful in that same sense at all.
Same.
At all. I'm like, that's what I said to you. Like I said, we got to just get your head down and get through this.
Yeah.
My whole of my outlook is completely different, and I consider myself a lot less so this year, but quite a positive person, man. But I'm just like,
yeah. I think the
I
big
got
difference.
to get through this.
I think the big difference between now or then and now, if we go into lockdown, is one. I think the weather and the time of year plays a massive part.
Big difference.
We'd be saying that for time as well. Yeah.
Before we had the opportunity to go outside. So if you're a fitness person, you can go run, do your workouts in the park or whatever.
Yeah, sit in the garden.
Right. So now's a real lockdown. Whereas it's raining now, you can't go out you can, but no one's going to want to do that. You can't. Everywhere's closed, so you can't go nowhere. So you're really in your four walls all day.
It's gonna get a peak.
And unless you are, and I think, like Richie said, I think we're probably
quite resilient,
quite
positive.
Yeah, we're very resilient, positive, and we just kind of get stuff done, on what needs to be done. But I think a lot of people aren't built like that, and I think as strong as we are, I think at certain points you might think, wow, this is a bit.
Bro, cracks are starting to show.
Yeah. And like even me, I'm a little like Rich said, first time round, I was like, yeah, this is sick. Save money, got time to do this, all of that. But now I'm a little
learn a language.
Yeah. Well, now I'm like, I don't know if I can really. Like, I've got no choice, so I'm going to have to be here. But I'm a little bit like, I don't know if like I'm going to be cool with this as I once was.
We'll see what they announce in it and see what restrictions and shit they put in place. But if it's for a month, it's for a month. See what happens at the end of that month. But just got to crack on, man.
I feel like we're heading that way. So let's say we are going there. What are we looking forward to in lockdown?
Coming out.
The sequel.
I'm looking forward to the end. Maybe that will give me a checkpoint.
To the credits running, yeah?
Yeah, man.
There is nothing to look
There's
forward
actually,
to.
Dan, there's actually nothing. I can't say, because
chilling, start new series.
What, more
play
of
the
that?
keyboard and that, learn how to cook and shit.
More of that. Most of us have been working from home already, so what real difference is that making?
God, there's nothing.
So if there's no real difference, then what?
I know.
But this isn't normal for me. I don't want to have to do this. I guess the only benefit really is that you get the chance to work from home. So you have time to go to gym in the morning, or you can get to the gym sooner in the evening if that's when.
That's what I was gonna say. Our gym's gonna close.
That is the major. That's a major thing.
That's a big thing.
I don't think.
I really hope
based on the Liverpool precedent that was set, I can't see.
They put themselves in a situation now, innit?
And I think with schools, it's schools, nurseries, and universities.
And universities will continue.
We have more of a case to argue. Well, gyms should stay open then.
Yeah, if that's the case, it's not even going to be like. Well, it will be similar to the last lockdown, but there'll be a lot more things going on outside. People still need to go take their kids to school, pick them up from school, whatever. So you're going outside. If you go to the gym, you could go to the gym.
Yeah.
I was also reading about how the sending kids home or youngsters home from uni for Christmas is like a time bomb. Because it's seen that university is like a hotbed for this. And people home to, I guess, their households where there may be like vulnerable family members. It's probably not the best idea. So there's loads of moving parts. But for me, I think what I'm looking forward to most is the Zoom quizzes.
Back.
All right, this is about.
I don't mind. You know what?
This is about as Zoomish as it gets, fam.
Yeah, fam.
Oh, we're going to do a Mandem one. It'll be joke.
What, Mandem Zoom quiz?
No, fam.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm joining that.
Dan, I'm not against those. I think they were overkill last time, though. I think we need to.
It will be overkill again. What
once a fortnight, Rich, or?
Yeah, once a week got a bit heavy, man. It got a bit heavy, and it takes
it
away
becomes
from
routine. Becomes routine.
Yeah, so you got to make it a bit more special.
Fridays were cold though.
Yeah, Fridays were good.
Friday Zoom nights were cold.
It was on Zoom till like 4 a.m. Like,
man are falling asleep.
Yeah.
So the latest I've stayed up in like 3 years.
Forever. I've not done it since. Like,
mad.
Yeah, I mean, whatever comes, you got to embrace it. Whatever pops up, or whatever activities there are to do, embrace it. And just outside of that, just do what you can to stay physically healthy and mentally healthy, boy.
And check in on your people still, man, more so than ever. I think important.
The other funny thing is, obviously when we had the first lockdown, everyone was like, yes, like great opportunity to save money. Now it's like I'm just working, money's getting into my account, I don't get to do anything with it.
Wait, Sharif, chat to me about this. Bro, I was chatting to my mum and I was like, Mum, what's wrong with me? I was like, I've got more money than I've ever had.
Yes, come on.
Okay, must be nice.
No, but
God, look at the way he's sitting, fam.
Wait for someone to bring it up. I didn't want it to be me. I've been waiting for someone to bring it up.
Only a rich man can say.
They knew this and all that.
I hear you, mate.
Alright, Rich, tell us what you're streaming off.
What
are you streaming this off?
This is on the iPad.
Okay, where was you before?
I was on the Mac. I was on the Mac before.
Look at him, fam.
I'm working from home. I'm on the thing. I'm on the lap here as well.
Can I quarantine with you, Rich? I need to learn this.
Hey, we got spare rooms, man. You can come to the show.
Trying to be like you.
Yeah, what was I saying?
Most money you've ever had.
Like,
run that line again, cuz I liked it.
Oh, come on, man.
Use that as the promo.
Yeah.
Tell him I'm
the most money I ever had. No, bro, I was like, why? I should be happy, no? Like I should feel empowered. I should feel this. I should feel that. But when I pre it, I was like, I don't know if money's ever made me feel that happy. But I think it's coming back to what me and Sharif were saying. It's the not being able to really even do anything with that. I can't. It's the checkpoints. I can't
spend it all.
But that's where the power comes with money.
It's money wasted, isn't it? Yeah, if you can't use it, and I mean I can, but it's not for things that they're not going to be truly gratifying or a real investment or stuff like that. Like this fucking iPad I bought in quarantine. Bro, I don't do fuck all on it, bro. Really? How much happiness has it brought me? You can buy so many things, but I don't know, man. I think for me, this, like the point I'm at right now, I think I've always been like money isn't happiness, whatever. But like right now, I'm like,
but it's a different time, though, isn't it? So you should be thinking, cool,
time.
when this is back to normal-ish, then you get your chance to enjoy.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to whenever that is. But again, like it's the light at the end of the tunnel.
When we go away in that, you can't see the light at the minute. You can't see the light.
Do you know what I mean?
It's obviously it's very difficult.
I'm telling myself,
there's light there, man.
It feels far away, man. But
especially when you don't know when that enjoyment's gonna come. Like you can't really, I guess, visualize you using what this money's supposed to give you. Like, at some point I'm gonna be able to do this. Like that's not
it's not normal, isn't it? So like now I'll be like, Mandem, January, we're booking something.
Yeah, and that's it. Then you start counting down. Like, all right, cool.
We can't do all of that. Exactly. Yeah, we can't.
And I think that's I think that's quite a big thing as well. Is that life is becoming stagnant. There's no real, there's nothing to look forward to. You can't really plan anything. So the money that everyone says, we're saving, it's great that you're creating a bank or all of this cash, but there's nothing that you really know that's like a concrete plan you can do.
It's direction, fam.
That's what
it's direction. It's like bro, I'm in the same place. Time's moving, but I don't feel
as long as it keeps going up. Bro,
that's positive. It doesn't mean anything to me.
And I think
it will.
I'm going to work.
It will.
And I'm like, this all means nothing.
It's not. It will, though. Yeah, and I don't think it's necessarily just cash-wise. I think, for example, if you want to change jobs, you might get a job opportunity or something comes up, you accept it, but then 2 weeks we go into some ridiculous, mad lockdown, and then that company turns around and says, actually, we can't afford to pay you salary. That's it. So then now you're out of a job. So it's like, now what do I do? But then
that's all mad.
But then, if you think, right, I'm going to stay in this job and see what happens, you're just going to end up being in a job for another couple of months, maybe even a year, that you don't really enjoy doing, but you've stuck it out for a year. So that's my thing. Life it's becoming a bit stagnant. I'm like, this is dead. Like I wake up, work, gym, eat, sleep. Like that's,
hey Les, you know the thing I've been asking myself? I've been asking myself, in a way, hasn't life always just been this?
Yeah.
Bro?
But you've had distractions.
Exactly, and that's all it is. That's the realization I'm coming to. I just don't have the distraction.
In simple terms, yes, that's the skeleton of a day. But I think, like Chiri said, you have the distractions, you have the things that you can plan for. Whereas now,
that's all it is, the planning.
Now it's just, but that's a part of life. Is the planning, is the setting stuff up for the future. What I'm going to do in a month, 2 months. Like, even if you want to buy something, if you want to buy something now, you don't even know if you can afford to pay for it in 3 months' time. You might have the money now, but who knows what's going to happen in a month's time? It's like
circumstance match.
I've deeped it, but the thing I'm starting to clock is, bro, man, you just got to be grateful for like what you have now, bro. That's the essence, and it sounds like the real spiritual dumb shit to say, but that's what I'm clocking. Just be happy for the moments that like make you laugh, and like
you sound like a man that's
now because
drinking Irish moss, fam.
Sea moss. That's big man. I've got my body. I'm tripping with it, bro.
97 of the 100 key nutrients.
A picture of my fridge, fam. It looks like Brown Eagle. I got all them drinks. Yeah, bro. Like that's the reals, though.
You just start to feel like that now, yeah?
No. I'm realizing that I need to feel like that, and that if I focus on that, that will make me happy. Outside of that, if you're having trouble with that, though, I would say just know that this will pass in some respect at some point. So right now, I'm in the gym. I'm training for the end of this. Bro, I'm happy I started growing my hair. Then I've got a real measure of time. Like all this other shit doesn't matter. Like just we'll meet again, kind of thing. You get me? So that's how 100%. I'm just creating it. But you got to be grateful for every fucking day, bro.
So everything, everything passes, man. But yeah, I also do think, if you are a man that likes traveling, I see some guy complaining on this thing I was reading earlier. He's like, traveling is my thing, and I can't do that now. I can't plan, can't book another holiday. But it's kind of about prepping, visualizing where you want to go next, how you're going to do it, and kind of just prepping for when you are able to go, and then you can maybe be able to go on 2 or 3 holidays next year.
That's the thing, though. 100%. Dan.
That set everything up, because that's like time is passing. But how are we going to kind of?
I think it's important to everything you just said, but don't. So with everything going on, don't sit and slump and sulk and be like, "Oh, this is shit." So I'm not going to bother saving. I'm not going to bother thinking about what I can do next. Like, you might buy a house or buy a car or move out, whatever it is you want to do. Think about that eventually happening and work towards it. Now you've got the best time to do so. You don't.
Can I add to that, Les?
You don't have too many distractions to do so. So don't sulk and think, "Oh, this is shit. This is shit." It is shit. 100%. I agree with it being shit, but I can't do it now. But at some point, I will definitely get to do that.
Clock yourself doing that, I think, is the most important thing. Clock yourself kind of talking yourself into it.
Yeah.
Because that's the worst thing. When you don't clock yourself, you think, this is how I'm actually feeling.
Yeah.
You're actually talking yourself like, "Oh man, this is shit." You're saying that before you fucking say it, it's in your head. You're like, "Oh, this is shit, man. I'm looking forward to this, that, to that." Like, clock yourself, and then I feel like it begins to change.
100%. So for Rich, you like it. The longer we're in this, the more you could save up. So when we come out, you could go on another trip.
Yeah.
But still, man.
I know, Sharif. I know what you mean. It's like
it's tough. It's
the
tough.
imaginary, isn't it? It's this imaginary thing we're looking for right there, and we're like, is it going to come? If it does come, how far away is it?
Sharif, your problem, bro. Go on, Rich.
What are you shouting at? Estimates. I think it was when I was at ITN or whatever. They're saying, we will go. This was before these more recent leaks. That we'll probably go into a lockdown in early November, and they were saying estimates of April is when we're getting out, and I was like, that's distance. But
now
you just have to, and again, it's all moving targets, isn't it? That's why it's a bit difficult. But you just got to somehow, boys, just be grateful, and I'm gonna come out of this better than we went into it.
I see some on someone's page. I can't remember who it was. Some guy was talking about suicide rates, and he was just talking about how 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10, the suicide rate is higher in first world Western countries.
Yes,
in comparison to third world, like countries where they're really suffering from like wealth deprivation.
Yeah, they've got real problems.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that the reasoning there, I didn't continue listening because I was doing something. I think that the reasoning there is mostly to do with the management of expectations. Like in Gambia, for example, they know what they've got, they know what they haven't got, and they work with that and they build a life which is suited and great for them. Here, we're always chasing something. We're looking at Instagram. My man's got a new car. Why ain't I got it?
Yeah, and there's also you can it comes and goes, so you can have it, but you can lose it just like that as well.
Yeah.
You could be in that position.
You could lose it trying to pursue it, bro.
Yeah,
it's mad.
We just need to get a grip on our definitely what we're expecting and our emotional state, and that if we can do that and transfer that to what we're looking at today in lockdown, I think it'll be fine.
So do you think if people get through this then, and they start to realize all of these things, when we come out the other side, everyone's mental state should be in a better place? No,
fam, we'll bounce
back.
No,
we'll probably revert to type
100%.
To some extent. I remember, prior to initial first lockdown, I didn't spend a penny. I said, I don't really need to go out, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But then as things kind of loosened, I went to 1 or 2 socially distanced events. I started going on these apps a bit more, like a couple of deliveries. And to be fair, I'm like, I don't really buy much for myself anyway. But it was a sly reverting to type.
You catch yourself.
If you look, I guess, on a wider scale in terms of, we were talking about pubs, bars, people going back to work and then Friday night drinks. I think that as soon as, these things are lifted, people are just going to go back to their vices, man.
But I meant more like mentally, appreciate
what
things.
people be. Again, I think it's you just revert to that, man.
Yeah, the mentality will follow the physical action of going back to as soon as it's loosened, back to pubs, back to bars, back to restaurants with big groups. Like it will be the same.
I actually expect that people's mental state will be worse, to be honest.
I agree as well. If we're going to be in lockdown until January, we have Blue Monday, which is typically like basically the worst day of the year. That's when most people take their lives. I bumped into my brethren, and that actually brightened up my day on a random one. We was chatting outside because there was nowhere for us to go for like an hour or so. But I was like, Blue Monday this year. I think people, I think people will manage to mentally survive this lockdown, so to speak. But I think, when most people come out, it's back to normal. It's what everyone's dying for.
And I feel for the man who aren't experiencing too much mentally, or you see your friend, your family struggling a bit, like you just got to kind of show them light still. However hard it might be, but you got to look out for your people, I think. But
100%.
To play out on Monday, possibly Wednesday, possibly Friday. But it's a fast moving story still.
Very, very.
Down to the movie, fam.
Like Pab said, we'll see the results, fam.
Yeah, we'll see the results. What else was on the menu this week?
Lil Wayne was getting some heat this week.
Linked up with Boris.
Trump.
You mean?
Well, Trump. Sorry.
Same person.
Same thing, man.
Same person. Yeah. I didn't actually read into it just because I just couldn't be bothered. I knew what it was about. But he took a picture with Trump.
He went up with him.
But I don't know if he sang he spoke words.
Yes, based on
it was a tweet.
What is it? The Platinum Program, I believe.
Yeah, something about some community change, and
he said
he's supporting it, and they expect to see something real this time.
I kind of followed the story a little bit, and the reaction, for the most part, was negative from the people I follow, I guess people who are getting the top tweets and whatnot on this topic. I'm all for people having that freedom to support whoever they want. I have noticed, however, a trend with modern rappers, more so than I've ever seen, leaning towards Trump or the right, or what is known as the right, Republican Party, whatever. do we think like hip hop's changed? Like people got rich and kind of forgotten what they stand for, or what hip hop was initially about, or is this kind of just good progress that people are allowed to kind of think differently and whatnot? Because
that's a good question.
We spoke about it before briefly, where like hip hop used to fuck with Trump.
Because he was just like, he was
before
rich,
he was
and he could buy this and not and whatnot.
Now because he doesn't rate black.
I think it's more politically now. As opposed to social status kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of it is to do with people conceding and thinking, well, do you know what? Actually, my situation may not change what's happening. I may not like. My influence may not stop Trump from coming into power or winning the next election. So actually, I'm going to team up with him and get what I need from this, as opposed to fight the good fight. And I think we see that. I think we're seeing that quite often, and I think that's exactly what Lil Wayne is trying to do here. But I think that he just hasn't really considered the repercussions and the impact.
So I think, Dan, you said something about what did you say? About people being free to kind of express their opinions and, I don't know, go against the grain.
Yeah, political allegiances.
Conventional thinking and...
groupthink.
I'm not against that. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about this Platinum Plan. Perhaps he may have good policies that are going to support the black community. I mean, it would be a surprise to me from what he projects outside of that. But... Maybe it is good for some people. So I don't know. It comes down to often, do you vote your interest or what's the interest of the people or your base or whatever? And that's a tricky one, I think, for a lot of people. I think, especially if I'm a rapper that's made it, I'm going to vote in the interest of my people, because I was once one of them. Not that I'm not one of them, but we're in a different place, right? And I want to lift more people. I don't know anything about this plan. And if that was the case, then I'd say go with it. Even though as a black man, you're not supposed to vote Republican or particularly not Trump. So I don't know, man. I think it's got to be.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, I was just going to say, for me, I saw the picture and I was like, oh shit, I know this is going to
I rolled my eyes.
go viral or whatever, But then I was just like, it's Lil Wayne. He's always been a bit different or whatever, So for me, I was just thinking I would have looked into it much more or been a lot more surprised if it was like, say a Meek.
Yeah.
That would be crazy for me.
Yeah, Wayne's had some outlandish things to say in the past. I see one clip of him talking with one. It's actually quite funny.
I remember that clip. I think we spoke about that on the podcast.
Black Lives Matter one. And he was
skip that
time ago.
It was like, I don't know, nothing about that. Like, all I care about is money and my bitches or something he said. Like, it was weird. But I think and Dan, you said something about, I think hip hop or rap artists getting, and then I think for them or for some, it's an out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. It's not affecting them right now. So for them, their lives are all okay. Everything's good. My immediate people, my family, my crew, they're all cool. But you lot got to sort it out at that level, because I'm not really there. I can't do much and I don't really, but it's, for Wayne to come out and say that, especially someone like him who's come from where he's come from, it's surprising and it's not surprising.
I think it's also important to know, like, even if I say I did agree with Trump's or this platinum package or whatever, I still wouldn't think I'm going to let this guy use me, man. It's such a, for me, it's so obvious that this guy is using you. I don't know, man. Wayne seems like he's been out of his mind for a long time. And
the drugs.
I'm not going to lie. Like, I think
it's silly to think that there isn't mutual gain here.
What mutual gain is there for Ving?
Like we say, it's in support of a project which is obviously, we would assume, close to his heart. So there's going to be some mutual gain. But also, it's quite mad for, irrespective of who's sat in the seat, for you to completely exclude yourself from the help that the state can bring. Like, I think that that's what he's trying to lean on. That's what he's trying to pull on. I don't think it's just, Trump's going to use this to get some black votes and whatever happens to my people happens to my people.
I think Trump probably has used Wayne more than Wayne uses Trump.
Yeah.
100.
I've got the tweet here that he put with the picture. He said, just had a great meeting with Donald Trump. Besides what he's done so far with criminal reform, the Platinum Plan is going to give the community real ownership. He listened to what we had to say today and assured he will and can get it done.
Lil Wayne didn't write that.
You need to know what it is.
So the Platinum Plan is geared toward black voters and includes a number of bold initiatives like building neighborhoods with the highest policing standards, expanding school choice, and improving economic opportunity for black Americans. It was a plan that was unveiled in late September. He did not specify what those economic initiatives for black Americans would entail. And I think it adds to, I guess earlier this month, Ice Cube, who said he'd never vote for Trump, announced he was working on a plan with Trump to kind of increase the amount of black voters. I guess 50 Cent also tacitly supported Trump. So there's been a few examples of it. My personal views are hip hop is not what it used to be.
It's weird.
I sound like some like old rap head from the 90s listening to Nubian Quest, but
sorry, Dan, isn't it a thing of if this guy's in power now, let's try and at least sit with him and I guess make some sort of deal or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
To try and benefit our people.
That's what I'm saying.
Despite what he said in the past, and it's on wax and everyone knows it, he's the guy that's in power now.
If he's in power, you got to deal with it. So you got to come to
conceding, fam.
If anything's got almost conceded, yes. But I think for them, they're probably looking at it as we got to work with this guy. So let's make some deal that works for both parties. It might benefit him a little bit more, I guess, in terms of elections and staying on. But I think maybe that's their thinking behind it is let's strike a deal with this guy and see what
he has.
But this is what I said to you. I don't know anything about the Platinum Plan, right? Now we know a bit more about it. It doesn't sound that crazy, does it?
No, but see, Richard, you see with these things, yeah, like after Dan read it, I'm a little bit more skeptical because you see with politicians in general, yeah, or with governments, I think when there are proposals which are broad, you have to be skeptical.
Yeah.
Like you can't hold a government or a person accountable if what they proposed was so broad. Like
more housing for the less fortunate.
Yeah, like.
But you gotta give us all your limbs for it.
How are we measuring this? Like, what does it look like?
I mean, I hear that.
100-year mortgage.
That's part of the problem with politicians anyway, though, isn't it? They can say whatever they want, man.
Yeah.
There's no, you don't get a guarantee or a receipt for their promises. So it's always a technical one.
I also want to go on wax and say the Democrat Party. Sorry, I don't know what I was going to say.
Democratic Party.
The Democrat Party. They have. What have they done for black people? Really, I see a campaign video which had Charlie Clips and DNA, like New York battle rappers, doing a campaign for Biden and Harris. And it's just the most cringeworthy thing. It's just so like
this is why
this is how you get black votes. Just
go through the rappers
to rap and say some words that rhyme about politics, and then
fucked, isn't it? It's actually fucked.
Very, very simplistic. But yeah, I also say if rappers are cozying up with the Democratic Party, is it that much better for us? Because that's how it's always been. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like there needs to be another third option.
That's Kanye West's birthday party.
Oh God,
that's what you're talking about, right?
I think people. I think there's an assumption that like urban populations only listen to messages through these forms of like media. So that's why we need to get a rapper to tell them, because they're not going to listen to us.
It's funny.
Do you know how fucking belittling that is?
Bro, I think that's.
Do you know what it is? Someone actually tweeted that, or someone on my timeline tweeted it.
I saw that. Yeah,
and it made me think. I was like, but it's true.
Yeah, to an extent.
For and not to belittle certain people, but I guess for the more educated. So let's say our group, we kind of talk about these things, and our man that sort of dive into this thing more deeper than others. But man are well informed to form their own opinion based on information from all sorts of people.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas some other group of Mandem somewhere else, they will listen to, I don't know, Dave or whoever it is, or 50 or whoever, and think, yeah, like they're like, I like them. They're talking about this, so maybe let me.
Yeah, I remember JME sitting down with Jeremy Corbyn.
Yeah,
in the last election thing, and I thought it was cold.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's definitely belittling. But it's
I don't think it is.
I
don't think it is belittling. I think it's just.
I think it is.
Even
though I watched it.
I think to assume that it's the only way that you're gonna get
right. So that's right. So yeah, if you assume it is the only way, then yes, you're wrong. But then I think it's also down to individuals to get there. It's like people say, people get their information from Twitter. There's nonsense on Twitter. Yeah. So if you're only getting information from one place because you're always on the app, you're gonna have one way of thinking and one way of believing. But there's information from many different places that you can get. But they funnel it through Twitter because they know a lot of people are on there. Mm-hmm. I think the same thing applies with rappers or celebrities or these people of interest. It's not to say that these are the only people we can get information from, but like Rich said, if you hear Jeremy talking with Jeremy Corbyn and you like Jeremy, you're going to tune in.
That's nice.
Unfortunately, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. If you lot were head of state and you were trying to push your message to the people, what rapper would you reach out to? Like, who do you think has the credibility to successfully deliver your message?
There's only one.
No, I mean, I reach out to
not Lil Wayne, obviously.
I don't want him to rap.
No, it has to be a rapper. If there's a rapper.
UK, US.
Just do UK.
UK.
Oh, UK.
A caller, innit? But I don't want him to rap.
Yeah.
I don't want him to rap about it.
Do you know what? He wasn't the first person that came to my head.
Who was it?
Kano was the first.
I knew he was going to say.
Yeah, do you know what?
Skepta was the second.
Listen. I can't lie. I don't know if I'm listening if Skepta's telling me. I don't really care what Skepta says, to be honest.
I wouldn't mind the Dave. Dave's done all right.
No one's going Storms.
Who?
I think he's definitely got the reputation nowadays. But I'm like he's a youth.
Kano's a good one. Kano's a good one.
I think Stormzy would be the man to lead.
I think he'll be the go-to in it.
That's who they're going to 100%. 100%.
Yeah,
and that's when, and to go back to Human's point before, belittling, and no disrespect to Stormzy, I think they will target him and be like, "You are our poster boy. Go speak for us."
Whereas, he's the go-to. Whether he'll be the best,
right? So for me,
it's different. Yeah.
If he's saying stuff, I don't know, and that's personal to me. I don't know if I'm going to take it from him. Mm-hmm. But if, like, for example, if a Carla was saying it, or Kano was saying it, or even a Gets and a Skepta, then I'm a little bit like, all right. Yeah, and to what Dibba said, it's age definitely plays a part in it. And I think you see 100%. You see the age difference from even when man speak, from when Kano speaks to when a Carla speaks to when Skep speak to when Stormzy speaks. It's not that much younger, but you notice the difference.
Yeah.
But for me,
some people that speak, you think I have to verify what you're saying actually, but there's others. It's like, do you know what? I'm taking what you're saying.
Gospel.
Yeah. George the Poet gets on. We're like, you know what?
Oh yeah,
you're saying some stuff.
I'm in.
Yeah,
tough one.
Difficult.
Man. I just think these rappers, it's weird. Do you align yourself with a political party? I don't know if I would. Is either party much better for black prospects? It's marginal.
So do we think? Sorry, Dad. Do we think that rappers should speak on it or don't say anything?
Speak on it. I want to see, and it's always these. I feel like the press picture that is released, says a lot about the balance of power, and there are.
What you mean? Just the visuals,
I was gonna say
and all of that.
Elements of almost appreciation, thankfulness for being in the room. There seems like a clear power dynamic between rapper and president, head of state. Delivery. But these guys, they need to start sorting out the pictures because a lot of the time it's Trump sitting down and they're looking at man in a way a man look like very, very.
You're superior.
That's what it is for me at the minute, and I'm not really into that, man.
Especially when Lil Wayne's wearing this jumper.
That big jumper.
That's awful, isn't it?
It's like a kid.
I ain't got a clue what this is.
What is that?
Is this like a polo neck part? I don't know, man.
He's got a jumper over polo neck. It's Spartans, man.
But if you think about a picture, if like a similar scenario, what do you think the picture of Jay-Z and Trump would look like in comparison to the picture of Lil Wayne and Trump? Like, Jay-Z's rocking out
different body language, man.
It's different.
He looks like you look at the picture, he looks like he had a lucrative conversation with Trump. Like
optics are
because even when you look like equals, bro.
The Kanye West one, Trump sitting in a chair and he's kind of moving around him like some young nephew who's just like so happy to be in the room. I think those visuals say a lot, and I'm past seeing that kind of stuff and that representation of these amazing conversations where both people are taking something out of it, because it always looks like one person is the inferior party in these conversations.
I'm also not a big fan of like the handshake in the picture. It's almost like I got you now sort of. No, man, I don't need.
He agrees with me. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the Kanye. I'm looking at the Kanye pictures.
They're a fucking joke.
I got them.
It's like a kid that's happy, like day off school.
He loves it.
And they've said, you get to go to the White House today.
Fucking joke. But for people listening at home, let us know, hit us up. Was Lil Wayne right to shake hands and strike a deal with Trump the week prior to the election? Should he do it with the Democratic Party? Was Joe Biden's, if you haven't seen it, battle rap campaign, was that a good idea?
Can I quickly say something?
Go on.
As this will be the podcast that goes out before the new president is announced, isn't it?
I was going to say, when is that? Ain't that Tuesday or something?
Tuesday, Tuesday the 3rd of November. Who you picking, boys?
Tuesday night. I'm going with Trump again, clean sweep, because he's got Lil Wayne.
Who's going to win?
He's got Lil Wayne, he got Ice Cube.
in your corner.
Who else was there? Lil Wayne, Ice Cube, 50 Cent, Waka Flocka, Lil Pump.
Kanye. So that's enough for the black vote.
And Kanye. Where Joe Biden's got a couple of battle rappers from URL or Rap League. When you lot see it, let me know what you think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I need to get that in.
What do you lot think? Who's gonna be the president?
Trump. Trump back to back, man.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Trump.
Yeah.
Unfortunately so.
It's part of the reason why, because obviously we were so shocked when Trump was initially elected, and then a year later we sort of saw how much of a grave mistake was made, and everyone's like, oh my god, I cannot believe we allowed this to happen. But this happening again, and I'm pretty certain that Trump's going to win. Is it because of the, I guess, lack of good competition?
I think so.
Yeah.
Possibly so.
Yeah, I think we said this a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, I think so.
Is
sure.
there a better man or woman out there for the job?
That's not to say that. And that's not to say that Trump is better than Biden. Let's say Biden has been in politics forever, and he does have a checkered history as well with some of the things that he said. but he appears to be leaning towards the left, and he's been in politics longer than Trump. Trump was a businessman, so I think he possibly is more qualified than Trump. But is there a better person in all of the Americas? I'd probably think so.
I don't hope so. They're both of them
candidates to run that whole nation, but it's not.
Should Kanye have been shortlisted?
He was apparently in a couple of states, in it, but Kanye for 2024 will be the next shit.
Did anyone watch his? I know we spoke about it briefly.
Kanye West, Joe Rogan thing. Yeah. I watched a bit of it. It is.
Did anybody follow it? Because that
I tried. It took some energy.
I listened to the whole thing. I listened to the whole thing in like installments. Yeah. It's not an easy watch. Listen.
Yeah, I saw you put a message out, innit?
Yeah, it's difficult, man. I don't know, man. I think Kanye's well intentioned.
I'm past it.
I know Dan's had enough.
I'm past it, man. I'm not here for, like, possibly if like your little cousin comes to your house and you're 15, 16, whatever, you're a bit grown up. All at 18, you're a man now. You lived a life, but your 6-year-old cousin, he's coming into your room, wants to take over your console. He's telling you about his day at school and telling you he did this when it didn't happen. It's just that train of thought, and it's just the way he's speaking, and I'm like, I'm not here. I can't digest that, and I don't want to, and I don't feel I should, and I'm bored of people telling me that there's genius there and whatnot. And he did this and this is what Kanye actually means.
Yeah, everyone's a Kanye interpreter.
No, bro, he said that. Like, let's stop trying to interpret.
I know he said that, but
what I think Kanye said that.
Which is exactly what Joe Rogan did.
Let's go.
He did that, but I feel like I'm not against that, because when a man is like, what did he calls it? Not rants, he riffs, right? When a man's mind works like that, you need someone to give you a summary, man.
How was Kanye's mind now work like that? Because when he came out, he wasn't like this. So his mind developed into. He's always been a musical genius. He's always been confident. Some people say arrogant. But why does he speak like this now? Like,
I don't know if we've ever had much like long form conversations with Kanye. When I really think about it, long form.
Yeah,
and he's not ranting.
There's interviews and all of that
100%.
from way back.
When he's wearing pink polos and that, he didn't speak like this.
I think
maybe it's the bipolar or whatever, isn't it? I don't know.
No, I think
he needs translating though. I'm not against him being translating as well.
Someone says he sounds British now.
It's not even translation. people are summarizing, but the reality is, I can come to my own conclusion about what I think Kanye was talking about. Like, I don't need you to tell me. So what Kanye is trying to say is this. But I think the reason why he talks like this now is because we've encouraged it. The interviewer has encouraged
it. Yes, man.
Yeah, like the interviewer has prompted and presumed that Kanye is talking about X and Y and Z, and they've thrown him a stick, and he's been like, yeah, that is what I'm saying, and this and this and this, and he just thinks that if he keeps on doing this, people will think that there's some long, like, great underlying message that he's, that you guys can't decipher because you're not as genius as me.
Yeah.
That's dead.
I'm okay, man.
I don't know what to make of it ultimately. I don't know. I don't think he's fit for the White House either way.
Oh yeah, that is. He's not the man.
I don't know if Trump's fit for the White House. It would be interesting. America needs a shake up, man. Kanye 2024, bro.
Big stuff. Did you not see the present that Kanye got for his wife who turned 40 this week?
Yeah.
Someone posted this in the Mandem group. I saw this in the morning and I thought, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
I saw that.
So Kanye got a hologram made for his wife, Kim Kardashian, for her 40th birthday. The hologram was her late father, Rob Kardashian, former lawyer. In the message, he talks about him being a great mum, him being proud, looking after brothers and sisters, and he also says, "You married the most man in the world."
And Kanye West, he actually says, like, "No, that's ugly, man. You can't."
Do you think it's a bit tasteless, or?
I think it's bottles.
The present or the message, or both?
The present and the message.
I think it's like it's a nice idea, but
yes,
the execution, man, and then to have your name like that's so. Oh man,
I get it.
That's
It's
like,
just a bit.
It's not about you
spooky,
for
like,
once,
yeah.
Kanye. It's not about you. Like it's not
Ultimately,
about
I
you.
think-
You made him say you
But
married
it
the
is.
best man, Kanye West. Like
That's
it's,
just bants.
oh,
That's just
man.
bants, isn't it?
That's not bants.
It's not.
That's
It's
bants.
not. That's not.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not
I
the
think
time.
it is
That's
bants.
not
I
It's
think it
bants.
is
It's bants. It's bants.
Yeah,
It's
it
bants.
is bants.
Yeah,
Nah, man, it wasn't
I
even
don't know
said
if
in like
that's.
a jokey way. That's ugly, man. In my opinion, that's barters, and you've made it all about you, and it's her birthday.
Nah,
It's
no.
ugly.
You don't know. I would think that's bants, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I think with things like that, you don't. That for me, that's not the time for Bants to share a hologram of your dad who's passed away. And now you're kind of looking at him in the live form, in a form you haven't seen him in a very long time. Now you want to insert Bants into that? Nah, it's just that's
Messy, man. So messy.
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
rate that. I wouldn't rate it.
I don't know. I see. Go on, Liz.
But yeah, I just think the whole thing. Like, I'm not mad at it, and I get it. And if you think it's a good gift, then go ahead. But it's just not something that I thought was a bit weird, to be honest.
She liked it, but
I was surprised that she liked it.
I think it's
I don't know, man.
for me.
She's not going to tell you that she doesn't.
Yeah, it's true. Exactly.
True.
But for me, the
no.
gift
What? So if she
isn't-
didn't rate it, she ain't gonna be putting that all out on the internet saying all
Well,
of
yeah,
this
but
nice
that's
stuff about it.
Yeah, that's us. That's her telling us that she doesn't rate. We'd never know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she told Kanye that she doesn't like it. Maybe she
Look,
will.
outside of the self-praise lines, it's definitely a interesting gift. Like it's a crazy gift, isn't it? Like it's crazy. But like if you cut that out, then maybe I'm kind of here for it. But for me, as soon as you put that in, right off.
I don't know,
For me,
man.
it's a very
their
private
relationship,
gift, man.
Yeah,
It's a who?
you're right.
That too, yeah.
Like I think it's something that like requires consent. To be honest,
Yeah, but I think
even
that's... No,
even for me, yeah, I wouldn't even if I wanted to do a hologram of my dad, I wouldn't even do it without. I'd ask my mum and I'd ask my brothers and my sisters.
Yes,
Like, are you guys sure? Like,
yeah,
emotionally, this is what you want to see. This is what you're ready. Like, it can't be. I wouldn't. This is my dad. I wouldn't give that to my mum. Like,
who's to say he might have ran that past the siblings?
Yeah, he might have.
It just seems, I don't know, it
probably
seems intrusive. Like it seems a bit mad, man. I just.
In fact, I'm gonna say he definitely did because there was some stuff on there that he was saying he would have had to get that information from one of the siblings or whatever. But I see some funny stuff online of him interrupting and saying, "Okay, Kim's ghost dad, I'm gonna let you finish in a second, but Tupac had the best hologram of all time."
People so strange. Like I couldn't believe it, man. I was just like, this is mad. It follows also that did you guys see the chaos and backlash that Kim Kardashian got for talking about her secret private island?
You put something in. You put something in it.
Yeah. So as mentioned previously, we said it was her 40th birthday, and as a present to Kim and to the wider family, I think they all quarantined for 2 weeks and whatnot, and then they all flew away to a private island. I don't know how long they're there for.
God knows where.
And where it is, but she got mad backlash for not reading the room, let's say. Do you see anything wrong with the tweets?
I ain't got a problem with it, man.
I ain't got a problem with it either.
What was she supposed to be reading, and in what room?
I ain't mad.
She didn't read the room. She didn't read the room.
The wider world room, whereby people are unable to see family members, friends, do their routine things and whatnot, and she is able, due to fame, success, her partner, she is now able to take them away and not work within the confines of this world pandemic and chuck them on an island and have the best time of their lives. And she's able to talk about it. And she mentioned the word, I think it was humble.
Yeah. So
No, not good.
Oh, Rich, what are you saying?
What's wrong?
You saying you're not backing it?
I can't believe you lot are for it.
Bruv,
Hey,
she's not saying she's
Richie-
being humble about
Richie
doing
said
this.
no.
Let me read the tweet.
Mm.
So she says, after 2 weeks of multiple health screens and asking everyone to quarantine, I surprised my closest inner circle with a trip to a private island where we could pretend things were normal just for a brief moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too crazy there.
Mm-hmm.
And so she showed a picture.
Yeah.
We danced, rode bikes, swam near wells, kayaked, watched a movie on the beach, and so much more. I realized that for most people, this is something that is far out of reach right now. So in moments like this, I am humbly reminded of how privileged my life is. # this is 40.
What's wrong with
What's
that?
wrong with that?
Bro.
What's wrong with that?
I think it's so calm.
It's okay to celebrate, and you've got the money and
Yeah.
I don't know, influence, fortune, whatever,
Yeah,
to be able to pull this off.
Uh-huh.
You know what the rest of the world is going through.
Right.
I don't know how many deaths do America have?
It
Over
doesn't matter.
100,000?
It doesn't matter. Go on.
Yeah, a lot. Let's say a lot.
Yeah, it does matter. Yeah, it does matter.
It doesn't really.
Let's just
The
say
exact
a lot.
number
Let's just
don't
say a
matter.
lot.
Yeah, go on.
Right.
And you think it's appropriate to show this stuff, tell us all the great things you've done, and then said, I am humbly reminded of how privileged my life is, where everyone else is stuck in their yard or not working and all that.
That's true.
Nah.
Rich,
That's
you know what
true.
you sound like? You know what you
What's
sound
humble?
like? Can I tell you, Rich?
No, she said she's not saying this is a humble post. She said she's humbly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say that again,
Fam. She knows how privileged her life is.
Nah, man, don't you
She's not saying, this is a humble brag or this is a humble post. You're using humble and what she said in two total different ways.
No, what I am saying is those words, those images don't match with you then showing the world. Do this if you want to. Do it privately. Don't show us.
But But Rich, they show their whole life, and they have done for however many years. They definitely do.
Cancelled.
And how many years was it on?
You get the point.
What are you talking about? So what are you talking about?
My thing is, don't show me
Bro,
this.
when life's normal,
talk about this
COVID or not
time.
COVID, she can do things and post things that no one else can.
That's fine.
Anyway, so
that's fine.
It's just the norm.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. You can do that when everybody else can live normally. Now I feel like it's crazy.
No, but if people can quarantine for 2 weeks or whatever, and then see their family or whatever, but she could obviously do it to a different extent.
California has a non.
I was gonna say, what about? I don't know what the rules are out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's different.
California non-essential travel ban. The state advising citizens to avoid traveling unless it is urgent.
But you look.
That's different. I was gonna say, what is that? So everything else I stand by.
When Dominic Cummings done his thing, he was running around there against.
He's testing his.
When that Scottish MP went up to Scotland on train and back and all of this, people were like, "That's mad!" Like, but now
I hear that.
I hear that. They were breaking the rules.
I hear that.
No, it's because they were breaking the rules and they weren't enforcing the policies that they were trying to enforce on everyone else. So of course,
she's not broken the rules. It's just essential travel.
No, it's not essential.
No, this is what I'm saying.
And then you got the right
breaking the rules, cool, but your point wasn't about breaking the rules before. Like,
can't I make more than one point?
Breaking the rules changes.
No, you can. But Rich, she has broken the rules, but she is not. It's different to Cummings because it's not a policy that she's trying to enforce. So
I'm not saying
you can't stand in front of us and tell us that you need to quarantine and then go out. That's very different.
That's also different.
That's not what she's
that
doing.
is different. But what she is doing is she knows the rules. They know the rules because of money, power, and influence. Like these politicians, she's now above this, and then you've got the right to brag about it.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I mean, I agree with you on that. So I don't agree with what she's done there. But the rest of it, I'm cool with.
So do you agree or disagree with it? I'm back.
Say that again, Rich?
Mike just said he disagrees with that part, but he agrees with the rest. So you disagree
No, I'm saying
with
the rules, yeah, cool. You shouldn't be able to go and do that. But you're basically saying she's stunting on people and going to do this and she can do this while other people can't do that. That's her life, bro.
No, I don't have a problem with that. I'm talking about
normally that's her life.
I'm reading the room. We came into this conversation saying that she read the room incorrectly, essentially. In my opinion, she totally has. You know what people are allowed to do.
So what was she getting
and what people
backlash
aren't
for?
allowed to
Was
do.
she getting backlash for breaking the rules?
For all of it.
Can I also interject and say we should consider what the rules are based on. The non-essential travel and the prohibition of that is to reduce the spread, to contain things. She's got a private jet, bro.
I was just about to say
on
that.
her own island.
She's only traveling with these people on a private island, so they're not even mixing.
It's
They're not even mixing
the
with no
same
one.
thing, fam.
So yeah, it's not the same.
They've been screened and tested. Correct. I don't have an issue.
So yeah,
with the
again,
way
it's
she's gone about
very
it in the
different.
best way possible.
Yeah.
She said it was a surprise.
When there's America has record unemployment and
But
over
again, Rich,
200,000
she's
deaths.
able to do this, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Normal life
just
every day.
Bro, just because let's say I'm a millionaire, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've just lost your job, and I'm telling the man about this new deal I just broke. I would consider me being a bad friend for that. Like, read the room, bro.
No.
It's very different. It's very different.
Do you know what it's like, Rich? It's like when man at in ends, someone from the hood gets famous, and what, you're not allowed to talk about your fame with your brethren because they're all stuck in the ends.
No.
They can't reach the height because they can't do the things that
it's more like that than your example.
Of course it is. Because if we're removing the fact,
I'm not mad at her money and all of that. I'm mad at the abuse of her powers, and then to show people and to act like
she's being
humble. Like, I think
it's
a big mess.
Rich, I don't know, man. She's gone somewhere where no one else is.
Yeah, I don't.
With her family.
She's gone somewhere and no one is allowed to.
Yes, but Rich, if we can agree
you don't see how that's mad.
If we can agree that she hasn't broken any rules because she has gone on
But we
her
know she's
private
broken
jet
the rules.
to her private island, where the only people on her island are the people that she is forced to quarantine. So everything is safe. So if we can agree that she hasn't broken any rules,
then
all she's doing is using her position to make the best of a bad situation, which is what we would all do. If we all had the opportunity, we would all go and do it. And chances are,
100%.
we might even put it online.
Was Dominic Cummings not using the best of his abilities? He knew he could get away with it. He wasn't going to be stopped.
Rich,
what he was doing was contradictory to what he was telling us. And that's
what he was doing was not following the rules.
Yes, the rules that he was trying to enforce.
Yeah. It's different. It is very different.
I agree that there's a difference when you set the rule and then break it yourself.
Yeah.
But if you're breaking the rule, you're breaking the rule.
Yeah, but she's not breaking the rule.
Yeah,
That's the whole point. The California travel ban.
Not essential travel.
No, she's not.
But it's not normal travel though. This isn't normal travel.
Essential.
No, it's not. It doesn't matter if you're.
Loads of men had their worst birthdays this year because they couldn't go out and do all of this. Meanwhile, your boy from down the road who's got bare P is doing their own thing.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at
breaking the rules.
Dan, who are you mad at?
It's not about the money for me.
Who are we mad at?
Who are we? Are we mad at the fact that because you said non-essential travel ban, yeah? So are we mad at the fact that she's broken the rule?
Or
no, it's not that. It's the rule.
It's the rule, or the fact that the state who set the rule,
Sharif's a rule breaker,
haven't taken enforcement action.
Yes, that they've authorized it or not.
No, that's nonsense. That's poor from you, man, bro. That's poor.
Rich, it's poor from you, and you will realize.
Yeah.
You could have stopped me.
So you're blaming the state of California.
You allowed me to go. I've publicly told them about it.
No, but Sharif, for them to allow her to go, she had to take action and say, I'm going to go. So her having that thought and acting on it, that's strike one. Strike two is for California for allowing them to fly. Strike two. They can both be in the wrong. She said it was a surprise. She said it was a surprise in her family with a trip away. But she told them to
So are you only mad about her breaking the rules thing then?
I am mad at two things, or maybe three. I'm mad at her breaking the rules, and I'm mad at the way she's hasn't read the room. When, people are losing their lives, their jobs, their livelihood, and you've decided to do this and share it with us. Even if you're going to do it in private.
It's a no from me, man.
She's so humbly privileged that she's posted it to all of her millions of followers. Like, she understands that
it's a sharing moment, isn't it?
In this moment, I am so privileged
She's letting you know. She's letting you know.
Broke people can't do.
I've always.
So I'm gonna show
Guys, this is
you
every
how
day,
privileged
though.
I am.
This is every day.
On a micro level, we all do it, man. I mean, I don't really post it, but if I did, it'd be like, I'm so humbly privileged to be able to, I don't know, use my ad machine at home, where you broke people can't because you ain't got it and you couldn't buy it. Like, it's just,
I don't think it's that.
It don't make you feel the same. Like, think about how you feel when, it's a slight stunt, it's a flex, which fair play for being in a position to do so. But yeah, saying humbly.
Dan, I've always had an issue. I remember I've seen a couple of the Mandem posts. Don't ever show me something and hashtag humble. Don't ever.
She's not. Rich.
Rich.
She's not saying this is humble, bro. What are you talking about?
No, I get what you're saying. In this instance, it's not quite the same.
Rich is talking about something else.
But saying you're humbly privileged.
Don't show.
Humbly remind of how privileged her life is. Her life is privileged.
I'm with
and she's acknowledging that. I think that's cool. I think that's calm.
Yeah, fam. If we were in a position to do so, we're all going to the maddest island and we're all chilling. That's it. And you might even post a 1-2 pic. You don't even have to say nothing, but you're posting a picture. It says the same thing. Oh, them boys got P to be out there doing that.
That's what you're talking about. What it says. This is what I'm saying. It's not even about. It's not about the moment.
I do agree with these man in the sense that her brand is basically. I can do this. You brokies can't. And for some reason, the aspiring classes and the future billionaires, the people who say, "Yeah, I'm going to make that million," and self-employed Twitter who don't sleep. Just making peas, you can't make money when you're sleeping.
Still can't make enough money.
Everyone laps it up for some reason. Like these people are attracted to it. So yeah, I think it is more of the same from her, but it still does leave
distasteful.
A bitter taste.
It's distasteful.
People are upset. People are upset that she was able to get clearance from the aviation team. And
bro, everyone has been living their own lives, bro. Online, whatever.
I don't think she's done anything
get onto
wrong.
any celebrity, bro.
I think
anyone.
I think if anyone was in that position,
but we're not talking about anyone. We're talking about these.
They would do so.
Yeah, why? We could talk about any celebrity, bro, that are out there doing whatever, especially in the States. They're all out there doing whatever.
If any other celebrity is doing the same thing,
their family and all of that.
Any other celebrity is doing the same thing in the state of California, I've got the exact same smoke for you, particularly if you're saying you're being humble and doing so.
I just think, cool.
You just think I'm a hater.
It's just how things are. Yes, it's poor.
That I agree.
Poor people walking over rich people with extravagant goods.
In these times,
I think her words were poorly put together. Poorly chosen, poorly put together. I do think that she could have read the room, and again, that would lead to choosing the correct words and putting them together in the correct way. But at the same time, I'm a little bit like if you're allowed to do that,
then you've earned it.
What? Like if I go, if you're right, so if you're allowed, or you have the ability to do so. So let's say I wanted to go to Dubai, and I go to Dubai and I post a picture and I say, "Oh, so glad that I could get away," or a very much break needed, or whatever you say underneath it. Is that me stunting, or because I haven't used the word humble?
I can't lie. I'm gonna speak for Rich, but no matter what you say in that picture, he hates it. That's
that is true.
There's nothing that you can say. Even you posting a picture, Rich will be like, "Raw, he went away to his island in a time like this." And
I've decided.
I've got to read the world room and be like, because everyone can't travel for whatever reason, you're not able to travel. Let's say it's not.
No, it's not. But let's wind it back quickly. It's not for whatever reason.
Don't ever let a man talk to you like that.
Oh no,
Why is that? Yeah, go on.
Bro,
you're better wrong.
Anyway,
if you're not allowed legally, you're not allowed to. Then don't. We have to play under the same rules. Cool.
I just feel like your initial point wasn't about the rules and all of that.
cool.
I said it was distasteful.
I'm still not.
And I can have more than one
And
point.
even with that,
Completely
Sharif, this
fine.
guy, you know when he's just wrong and strong, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Mike, what's wrong with you? Just relax, man. Chill out.
He's wrong and strong.
I'm not against having my mind changed at all. But from what you've said, it's not going to change my mind. I think
Fam,
it's distasteful.
I'm not mad at her, any celebrity or the average man who has done what they've done and decided, I need to go away, I'm going away. And you want to post, because you've done what you've been able
That's
to
her,
do.
man. She could do that.
Yeah, if the government say, don't travel unless it's essential travel, but you're also allowed, you're able to book a flight, book a hotel, go to the airport, get on a plane, travel, land.
But Les, this is the part I'm just like, and I
Why-
get all of that.
why should-
But
why
you
should
say if you're allowed, you're not
Why
allowed.
should I be mad? But she's been able to do it, so there's some allowance.
Just because you can get away with it doesn't mean you're allowed to do it.
Very true. That's a very good point. But at the same time,
oh my God, blood! I just clocked. I'm at work here. These things are coming through. Fam, Sean Connery just died.
What?
Yeah, bro. It's been sitting there, and I'm like, I'm gonna
mad.
do that after. Yeah, Sean Connery died. Still, Sean Connery obituary. I got to do a wall for it in a second. Ross.
Jesus Christ!
I didn't even read it. Sorry.
Age 90.
I'm not mad at what she's done. To be honest, if I was in a position to do so, I would do it with my family and friends.
If you were allowed.
I think a lot of men, or if you could get away with it, I think a lot of men would.
Some people were saying she should understand her privilege in doing so.
Like this again, like stop. Like,
did you say she should understand it?
Why should she understand it for whose benefit? For you?
For her adoring fans.
Oh, fuck off, man! Like,
I just think
Les, they're scraping, man.
There's a time and a place, man. This ain't it.
The maddest thing is, her post, what she said, essentially what she's trying to say is, I understand my privilege. So there's nothing that.
That's what I'm saying.
No way that she can show that she understands her privilege.
What? But do you know what's mad? It's not even her fans. I don't think it's her fans that are digging out this post.
Yeah, it's probably not.
Yeah, because the fans love her lifestyle.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, a mixture of people follow her, take an interest in what she does, even though they might not be her biggest fans. Yeah, it's probably a few of her detractors that don't like it.
Richie's burner accounts and that.
I think for her adoring fans, this is probably what they're in it for. Just like, oh my God, like Kim's done this and that, talking about her like she's one of your best mates. But you'll never ever have the chance to have even a smidgen of what she has. And that is the core personality that we're living in, man. We are.
She's worked
idolizing
hard, if that's what you want to call it.
No, don't. Hey, Les, don't.
No. That's not.
You're not on the same page. You're not on the same page.
No. I just don't want to get Richie started. Don't.
No.
Let's wrap this up.
Hard is subjective, isn't it?
And now, Les, wind that back.
Hard is subjective, so everyone's definition of it is different. But she's put in whatever she's done, the work and whatever you want to call it, to be able to take her family and travel. So I can never be mad at it. If Dan did it, Mike did it, whoever did it.
By the way, I want to make it clear, I'm not mad at that.
I'll be like, fam, cool. Even in this time, I'll be like, you wanted to go away, so go.
I'm mad at the time. Yeah, the time is not good.
I'm not mad at the time, like, at all.
Same.
Listeners at home, let us know, man. What's
wrong?
Is there anything wrong with going away if you can afford it? Breaking the rules of California, California's rules on travel.
There's agendas there. Go on.
Yeah, is it fair what she did? If you can afford it, go away.
Yeah, let us know, because
why are people upset? Is Richie right? Should Richie be upset?
I honestly think it's a money thing. It's a situation thing. It's where people are sat at that moment, and it's
because she's not putting anyone else at harm, and they're not putting themselves at harm if they've all quarantined and no one else is there. So whatever.
If I turn around and say, Mandem, we're all going away. Bring your girls. You can bring parents if you want. Whoever. We're all going away. A private island. We just got quarantined for 2 weeks. That's it.
How dare you suggest that?
Then what? Yeah, man, got to turn around and be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna go because they said ain't.
We're not allowed.
You shut up. All right, let's move on.
What do people want to think?
Hey, fucking bring in.
Can I just say, and the listeners, they might not know, but recently, some of these boys that are talking about the same topic.
I know what you're gonna say. I know what you was gonna. I was gonna say it. I was gonna say it.
28 people there.
All right, Dad, don't look out the window. There's nothing out the window.
Yeah. This was still during.
I was gonna say
high
it.
Tide, and many places were saying we're not taking people in. Definitely not crowds. Definitely not groups of more than 6 because of coronavirus. Mm-hmm. Yet still, we still ensured that we were all safe. We still went. We enjoyed, which many poor people wouldn't be able to do. Many people posted it on their pages and they bragged about it. Why is it different?
I wasn't one of them.
Yeah, I wasn't one of them.
I
don't do the bragging thing. Anyway.
I wasn't there. Sorry, let me just say I wasn't there.
I ain't got that to brag about.
I was
gonna say that.
Yeah. I don't have Adoring fans. I don't have influence.
Bro, you do, man.
So yeah.
But yeah, things like I can't be mad at people wanting to do that stuff. Like I even get it why you want to go away and just.
I get you wanting to. Yeah, sure. I want to go away bad, bro. You don't know. I've not traveled for time. I want to go away bad. If I'm allowed to, I might go.
But
it's not an allowance if you can get away with it, Rich.
Yeah, it's not if I can get away with it.
It is.
Because I can get away with it.
No, Rich, it is.
But it's not. If I'm allowed,
I can get away with it.
Bruv, if they say you can get a plane and go away,
I can get away with it.
But because the government said don't travel unless it's essential travel, you're not going. Of course you're going.
Bruv, I was supposed to go to Japan and all of that in April. I could have went. The flight still took off and all of that. I could have went, but it didn't make sense to go.
No, it didn't make sense. It wasn't that it wasn't advisable not to go.
We also, I don't know if we were allowed actually. I can't remember. I don't know. We probably
been allowed to go
to Japan.
I think I would have been actually, because our airports hadn't really been shut at all, bro.
Mm-hmm. Bro, if you're allowed to go away,
probably would have been allowed,
or you can get away with it. Man, they're going away.
100%. Right. Rich, when you got back from Wales, why didn't you hit me with the same energy and say, Sharif, you just broke the rules. You used the money that you got to go away to Wales when you weren't allowed to, having bare fun, and now you're
back.
Now you're boasting about it, non-humbly.
I think you was even a guest on the podcast after that.
I didn't even see you
quarantine for 2 weeks.
No,
I didn't see posted about it.
What about your brother?
I didn't know it was against the rules. Still,
what about it?
It was against.
No,
the rules.
I knew it was against the rules. I knew what man was doing was against the rules. So I opted out.
Man. If it was,
I'm not a rule breaker. I'm not a rule breaker, bro.
Hey. Yeah. What's you lot's bringing this week, man?
Hey, listeners, let us know what you think. Still,